Broadcasting live from Youngville, North Carolina and Ontario, Canada. This is GotMead Live, a weekly show where Vicky Rowe and AJ Aramutz bring you the Mead news, meadery info, and mead-making discussions from all over, talking with mead makers, mead owners, industry mavens, and influencers. This is GotMead Live, a weekly podcast about mead and the people who love it and where the mead world is going. And now here are your hosts, GotMead owner Vicky Rowe and mead and wine maker AJ Aramutz.
Live from the Puppy Pen in North Carolina and the Bunny Pen in Ottawa, Canada, it's GotMead Live. Welcome to the show, and let's get things rolling. GotMead is a year old this month, day after tomorrow. However, since that was a Thursday, we decided to do this celebration a little bit early. So we are having Ken Schramm on the show tonight, and we're really excited about that. He's not only going to tell us about what's going on at Schramm's Mead, but he's going to talk fruit with us. So fruit part 2 tonight. And we've got AJ and Manny. Say hi, guys.
Hello.
Hey. Here with us tonight. And we're going to be having all sorts of fun. So it should be interesting. If you've got questions as we're talking to Ken, you can call in, and I'll give you the number here in a second. Or you can text us. You can... whatever. Hang on. I'll tell you in a second here. All right. So listen live to us at the GotMead website. Just go put your mouse on GotMead live show and click, and it will take you straight to the page where you will have a player there where you can listen to us live. If you're mobile or want to listen to the show after it's been recorded, you can pick us up on iTunes, SoundCloud, TuneIn Radio, and of course on Spreaker, which is where we broadcast from. Don't forget, we've got a show player on our Facebook page at facebook.com/GotMead. Go check it out. That will also play us live, or you can pick up the recordings there as well. Most of these have apps on iOS or Android, so just go take a look at your app store and download the one you like best. And that's where all the replays are going to be as well. Any place you find one of our players, you should be able to get not just what we're doing live, but the replays at the same time. So on Facebook, find us at facebook.com/GotMead, and then just search GotMead, and you'll find our Mead group. If you want to join, just join the group, and I'll bring you on in. Twitter at GotMead Now. If you can't call us, you can tweet us. So at GotMead Now is where you will find us on Twitter. For making mead back to basics, you want to send us a question, just go look at the GotMead.com site, put your mouse over the GotMead Live radio show. The drop down will have a link where you can go to put in and send us a question for the show. And of course, if you want to call in during the show, you can call us at 803-443-MEAD. That's 803-443-6323. All this stuff that we're doing here, we volunteer our time, but all this stuff, software, everything, costs money. So we love doing the show, and we want to keep doing the show, and we hope you want us to as well. So if you want to help support the GotMead Live radio show as well as the GotMead Live site and forum, then become a supporting patron member at $30 a year and get access to a whole lot more on GotMead.com in the patron forums. So, go check that out and, support us. Go, $30 a year. I spend more than that on Starbucks every couple of months. So, don't know about y'all, but, tea is a big thing for me. Anyway, okay, so tonight we have Ken Schramm, who just texted me and said he's ready to rock and roll. So we're going to bring Ken in and get him going. AJ, you want to tell him what we're up to tonight for Back to Basics, which is going to be woven all through the show anyway?
Yeah, we're not quite... I'm not sure we're actually going to have a defined Back to Basics, because we've got Ken on, and we're going to be talking to Ken about fruit once he's done talking about Schramm's Meadery.
Okay,
so
cool.
we've got a bunch of listener questions, and I've got a couple of questions that I've come up with, and we'll probably come up with some more, and we'll also be taking callers. So don't forget, that's 803-443-MEAD, 803-443-6323. Vicky, could you have gotten more threes in that number?
Hey, it was the only. It was the only way to get the word Mead is 6323. I spent like 3 hours on Skype searching through their available numbers looking for that. So I'm pretty proud of myself, actually. Ken, you with us?
I am.
All right. Turn your sound up a little bit, hon. You're just a little quiet.
All right, here we go. A little more on me.
Perfect. Love it. All right.
Hey, Ken, welcome back.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Yeah, it's good to have you. We've been getting, once people heard you were coming, all of a sudden we started getting all those questions on the question line. So it's like, as I told you earlier, we just need to have you on every show and it'll be good. I wish. Maybe I can convince you to come on like periodically. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Like an interval.
Okay. Well, all right, then we will have to have a conversation about that. I don't know, listeners, if you want to see more Ken, not more of Ken, because that would be bad, because we get in trouble with the radio people, even though you couldn't see it. So, but if you want to see more Ken on the show, then let us know, and let us know what you'd like to hear him talk about. So we can pick his brains. So I'm going to do a little promo for Schramm's Mead. Schramm's Mead crafts some of the most coveted meads available in the United States today. The tasting room at 327 West 9 Mile Road in Ferndale, Michigan features Schramm's Mead in bottles and special release meads on tap. www.schrammsmead.com. If you think you don't like mead, you haven't had a Schramm's. Uncompromisingly delicious mead since 2013. So that being said, Ken, what's going on with you guys these days? It's been a whole year since we've had you on the show, though I've conversated with you in between. But
yeah, and when we spoke last time, we had just started to populate our new production facility, and that has gone beautifully. We've redone the floors, and everything's passed the inspection with the ag department in our state, and so we've begun production there in earnest. We have very much expanded the number of tanks that we've got. We started off by bringing the small tanks that we acquired initially and putting them back online, and then through the incredible generosity of one of our supporters, we were able to add a 3,700 liter primary tank. So now we have the 2,000 liter line, the 3,700 liter line, and the initial small batch line. Initially it was the big batch, but now it's a small batch, which consists of two small fermenters that are each about 128 gallons apiece, and we can start three batches at a time, and that for us is a huge improvement. We're adding more secondaries and tertiaries as we go, and that is a big hit. A big improvement in our production capacity. So yeah, the amount of meat we can produce is going up substantially. And the next stage for us is going to be the purchase of a bottling line. Right now we spend far too much time bottling. If we do a batch in that 3,700 liter tank, it can take us 6 days to get it all bottled, and that's with 5 or 6 people manning the bottling line, or staffing the bottling line, I should say, a little less sexistly, because we've got men and women pretty much taking care of every task, and it's a lot of hours. It's just too many human hours to get that all taken care of, and those people could be doing better things for us as well, including delivering mead to retailers and helping us do other tasks. So we want to focus on the task of making mead and not so much on the task of bottling mead. So that's our next big step. We have continued.
Have you got a bottling line in mind?
Well, we're looking at one from Prospero. It's a guy, 1301, I think, is the one that we have in mind right now, and we are in the process of making sure that all of our bottles will work with that line, and that it's for us, but we're ready to put a stroke down on that and move forward. Cool. So that's really exciting for us. The prospect of getting an entire batch bottled in one day, and being able to do that 3 or 4 days a month instead of 15 or 18 days a month is really attractive.
So how many employees have you got there right now?
We've got 10 or 11 people that we use, depending on how active we are with the bottling. We've got 9 people really that are working with us at the tasting room and in the production facility on a regular basis. When we bottle, everybody gets in the act. But there are really only 3 or 4 people that are deeply involved in our production and our mead making right now until we hit the bottling stage. And then there are people in that crew are also the people that are at the tasting room, and Kim Carey does a great job with being the general manager there, and Rasan Grissom. There's a whole crew of folks that work to serve the customers and give folks a taste of things. We've I mean, that's a big chunk of what's kind of keeping us excited and really on the edge of our seats with this is we try out a lot of new flavors and new batches, and so we get together. We have tasting sessions with Allison and James and I, and some of our more trustworthy and confidant type customers, and we pick what's going to go onto the taps at the tasting room, and then we let people give us feedback on that. And when we find things that people really like, then they move into larger production. So that's exciting.
Yeah, would you say at this point you're making more mead for on-site consumption or for distribution?
No, well, we self-distribute in the Detroit area, and that's probably a huge chunk of it. There are some batches that we do that we can just put on sale at the tasting room, and people line up to get the red Agnes, the black Agnes. Those are batches that when they become available, will sell out pretty rapidly right from our tasting room. So that's and when I say the tasting room, I mean in bottles at the tasting room, not in on tap. We do serve quite a bit of mead at the tasting room, and people will come in and try glasses or buy flights to see what they like before they buy bottles. And then the meads that we have that are, we try to keep in regular production, but we can't make fast enough right now. Things like the Statement and the raspberry and the ginger and the blackberry. Those meads are distributed. We are self-distributed throughout the Detroit area, and then we have distributors on the west side of the state and in Ohio to sell those products as well. And there's a lot of product that goes out to retailers that way.
Okay, cool. So, what's new on the horizon for you guys that you can tell us about?
Well, just in terms of things that people have really liked in the past 3 or 4 months, we've had people have really liked the Madeline, which is the mead that was made to celebrate the birth of Allison and James' first child, Madeline. And we're gonna repeat